This video is going to be a little different from my usual train related content. Don't worry, I'm not changing the concept of the channel or anything, but I chase trains in this car, so I guess that's into trains. Anyway, I changed the brake hose on this car because it's sticking when I get into stop and go traffic. The front driver's side brake is slow to release, and I started by changing the hose because that's the easiest thing to change as far as I can tell, and I believe it's the most likely culprit. Could be the wheel cylinder, but the hose is easier to first, so that's what I've done. I videoed it just because my daughter and son, I want them to see what I did. Neither of them are that interested in working on the car themselves, but particularly my daughter, she likes to see what I'm doing. So, hey, this is what I was doing while you were at school today. If anyone sees me doing anything wrong or dumb, let me know, because I have no mentor. I can generally figure stuff out myself, but something in particular that bothered me was crush washers. One end of it had two crush washers double stacked on the old one, and I don't know why. The new one didn't come with crush washers, so I don't know if I needed them or not, but I put the two crush washers on the new hose double stacked like they were, and I just thought, well, if they leak, I will take them off and, get some advice. But I don't know if anyone who knows what I'm doing better than I do, let me know in the comments, because anyway, have a watch. Thanks. So I got a stick in there holding the brake down just a little bit of pressure to try and keep the fluid in the line so it doesn't all just drip out on me. I saw this on the internet. Got the wheel off. I've checked my hose for length, and I can't do it one-handed, but trust me, it's just a little bit longer than the one that's on here, which is fine with me. It's not going to get hung up on anything or anything bad like that. I was going to give up because the nut was starting to strip. They say don't use a regular wrench on these nuts, and I thought, well, me being me, I'll try it, and if it starts to slip, I will just stop. So yeah, it started to slip. So I got these line wrenches, and when I took this off the first time, they worked perfect. Didn't even have to put much pressure, it just came loose. Come to think of it, I don't know how much of this I'll be able to do one-handed while trying to film, but this is just a little clip that comes off. That holds the brake line in place. I guess you can't really, oh, maybe you can see. That's how you pull it out. Undo here, pull it right out. Oh, I should grab some paper towels. This will get a little bit messy. Oh yeah, getting messy already. And then, now that it's broken loose, just spin this one off. See, the old one had these little copper crush washers on it. I don't know why. They're for sealing, I know that, but I don't know why the new one shipped without it. And I asked the guy at the parts store, hey, can I buy some new crush washers? He's like, oh, well, we don't really sell them separately. Like, okay. So I'll just put these ones on, and if they leak, I'll find some new crush washers. But they didn't leak last time, so let's see what happens. I think my trick with the brake pedal is working, because other than the initial squirt of oil coming out, it's not dripping now. It's holding it in there by like vacuum. So yeah. Okay, got the new one threaded on. The new one's nut is way out here, which is convenient. Easier to get to. I'll just snug that down till I feel comfortable. I don't know. Till it's tight, but not so tight I'm afraid of stripping it, I guess. I don't know. I'm new. That felt pretty good. Then this end just goes up in here like this. And it's threaded in there, finger tight. I'm just going to I think I'll tighten it up and then I'll put the clip in. That's what I'm going to do. There we go, snug as I think I should go. Now the clip. There, that's really all there is to this part of the job. I've dried it up as best I could, so if it'll be easier to see if there's any leaks. I wonder if I should hit that with like some alcohol or something to really dry it up on this side. I think I'm good in there too. Now I'm going to bleed the brakes, which is getting the air out of here, and this is the brake bleeder in there, that thing. So basically it's just a little nut. You open it up and it allows fluid and air to come out this hole here. And that's how you get all the air and stuff out. You just basically pump fluid through there until the bubbles stop, which means there's no more air. Right? Right. This is my little bleeding bottle. It's pretty handy. It, you know, it's for doing it when you're by yourself. If you got someone with you, you have them push the brake down. You open up the bleeder, have someone push the brake down, and then holding it down, when they're holding the brake down, you close the bleeder again, and then they can take their foot off the brake, and then you repeat that until there's no more bubbles. But this has worked for me a few times that I've had to use it, so. It's like a little straw. You just put enough fluid in there to fill the bottom so that when the brake pedal comes back up, it doesn't suck air, it sucks fluid. So, yeah. Here we go. I got my little bottle magnetized. Stuck on there. When I pump the brakes, it should be up into there. Gently. Pedal goes right to the floor. It's kind of a weird feeling. This pedal's always so stiff. I don't know if that did anything. Maybe another pump. There. Maybe if I leave it here for you to watch. Yeah, you watch. I don't know, can you see that? Can you see that very good? Is it focused? I can't tell. See what happens. That was weird. Pedals seem to build pressure. While I was reviewing the video, I think this thing's gravity bleeding itself. That's where you just basically open up the bleeders and let it drip out, but instead of dripping out, it's going up my hose, right? So that's what you want. I think that's what's happening. And yeah, I think I just needed one more pump and it would have been fine. So let's do it. Just do me a favor and watch that one more time. I'm going to pump it once more. I think that's got it. I'm going to give it one more pump, but before I do, I'm going to check the fluid in the master. You don't want that to go dry. That's the master. It's that rear reservoir there. That's for the front brakes. This reservoir is for the back brakes. So it's only down a little bit. I'm going to put the cap back on, give it one more pump, and top it up, and then call it done, I think. Check for leaks. There we go, 0.5. Why didn't I do this before? You just watch for bubbles. Shouldn't be any. One down. Alright, you saw a couple little ones, so let's try that again. There, back to normal perspective, because I need to be in a little closer. That's down all the way. Coming back up. Alright, I think that's got it. I'm going to close up the bleeder and top up the master and put the wheel back on. It's kind of a good timing because I can't open that door now. I closed it a little too tight, and with the body flex, the door won't open again until I lower the car. Yeah. After all that is down a fair bit, but yep, I got juice here. I'll just top it up. I used a little bit of acetone to clean it up, so it'll be easier to see leaks, I hope. Then over here, which is kind of harder to get into, yeah, I see some spots there I want to clean up a little better. Okay, I'm going to put it all back together now. Cleaned up this side too. I'll use this picture as a reference later. See if it's leaking. I think I'm good. Down there? Can't really see down there. Oh yeah, you can. So yeah, it's a little longer than the other one, which is good. And it's not stretched by any means. So, good. Now I just pumped the brakes a few times. See, I don't see anything wet there. Into there. Looks fine to me. Just went for a spin. Pedal felt good. Didn't pull to one side or anything silly like that. Let's see if I got anything leaking. Oh. Focus there. Focus there. Yes. That looks good. I think. It's just a short drive, but this one. I think I'm good. So there we go. I took it for a short little test drive and it didn't leak after that. Hit the brakes hard a few times, held the brakes for a few times, and I didn't drive it long enough for them to start sticking. I'll maybe do that on the weekend, go for a little cruise, see if I've actually fixed anything, but I don't think it's leaking. So anyway, if you like what you saw, I wouldn't say subscribe because this isn't really what the channel's about, but I don't know, throw a like if you like what you saw, I guess. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, hopefully train related.